Yeah. Champagne soccer, we did it. 22 years in the making, man. You know what we are. You know what we are. Champions of England, you know what we are. Arsenal Football Club are the 2026 Premier League champions. Never thought I'd seen it, man. Y'all been with us on this journey throughout this show. The first year we started this show was Man City's treble season when Arsenal fumbled and stumbled off and gave them the league. Then the next year we had a slow start. That December was horrendous. Then we go to the Middle East on that little winter break. We go on fire for the 24 season, but we still lose the league by, I think, 1 or 2 points because the only points we dropped that calendar year was a draw to Man City. 2025, all the injuries happened. I think it's over. Y'all remember Marcus E? I put Juju on Arsenal. I said, hey, man, sacrifice these niggas so the Commanders could win the Super Bowl. Hey, man, my method didn't work, Marcus. The Eagles put 55 on our head in that NFC title game. I still get traumatized by that. But, hey, in the midst of all that, the 26th season, y'all remember I wasn't as optimistic going into the year because I thought the transfer window, we did well in certain aspects, but I didn't think we did enough to go to that final level. But I didn't see the future, guys. As you guys know, I've been in that mindset of sexy attacking football. That's the Arsenal lifestyle through Arsene Wenger. But it's a new era, man. It's that haram football. It's that special teams football. That Baltimore Ravens football. That a Marcus, that Beamer ball, man. It
Just
worked.
about to say that Frank Beamer.
It worked. And if you guys don't mind, shout out to Marcus, shout out to Ephraim. Jamar's going to be in the building soon. These guys gave me the full runway to talk about Arsenal winning the league because, hey, man, we didn't think this was happening. Hey, man, last time Arsenal won the league, I was in middle school. All right. I was 13 years old. They were still playing Champions League finals in the middle of the week, all mysterious. Last time Arsenal won the Premier League, hey, man, Twitter didn't exist. Hey, man, I think iPhones didn't exist. Hey, man, it's a different dimension, okay? It was a different place. Ephraim, we were still using CDs to rock with it, man. I remember my purple CD player getting it in. It was a different dimension. When that happened, the last time Arsenal won the Premier League, Sean Taylor didn't even play for the Redskins yet. That's how old it was. Whoa, I think we just drafted the brother. Marcus, we drafted the brother in April and won the league. Hey, man, he didn't even wear the colors yet. It was a long time ago, but hey, we did it. We champions. Jamar, you were right, man. You saw the vision for some time, and we finally got it done, man. Shout out to Pep choking, Man City. Shout out to Rodri crying. Shout out to Holland crying, try to wipe his tears away all fast. Shout out to Shirky. You thought that swag was going to give you a big trophy? Have that FA Cup and Carabao Cup. We the league title winners, man. And hey, we outside all year. I'm happy. If we lose the Champions League final, it is what it is. Y'all know we heavy underdogs anyways. I want to win it badly. If we win that Champions League, oh my God, I'm
Hey
gonna lose
man,
my top. But
man, you got hope. You got hope. I listened to Iceman and I heard the
uh,
man say my kid is kicking free kicks for Luis Enrique.
yeah, I heard that. Yeah. And I heard he also bet on PSG in the Champions League final. So, hey, I mean, 21's his friend, so maybe he's working the juju for us, man. Hey, man. But Jamar, we've been talking about this kind of in ring culture about how the shift in the style of play in the NBA, how physicality is now offsetting three-point shooting. I feel like similar trends are happening in soccer that for years this Pep Guardiola style of football, possession, dominating the game has everyone's been trying to play that way. So what has been the kind of counterbalance to that is defensive set piece football. Kind of seen it in football too. Like we saw Seattle win the Super Bowl playing a lot of 13 personnel, going back to more physical football when football's been about throwing heavy. Now people are trying to get bigger, more physical. So it is cool to see how trends kind of interact with each other in all sports. But Jamar, salute, man. Why did you believe in these dumbass niggas, man? Because I know they could do it, man. We champions, man.
Yeah. Hold on. There we go. All right, but yeah, man. I don't know, bruh. I just, to be honest, man, it like I was saying, yeah, I was knocking on the door for a couple years, and then this year just seemed like things was working out. It seemed like over the summer, like y'all was actually making some type of aggressive signings. Y'all was a lot more aggressive. I felt like in the transfer market, even though y'all didn't probably get. I remember you didn't like everybody that you got. You felt like they could have been even more aggressive, but I felt like it was more aggressive than y'all have been over the past few years before that. So I felt like y'all was really gunning to try to win the title. And then as I felt like heading into the PL this season, I felt like y'all only competition was going to be Liverpool since they was the champs. But once they didn't perform where they needed to perform, it was kind of like just on y'all. And, y'all got a big lead on Man City and them, and everybody was, y'all was talking about the juju of Pep and everything. But I'm like, man, I don't see the same juice because when we played them, it wasn't the same juice. I wasn't worried about them at all. So I don't know. I just wasn't concerned about them. And yeah, I was, like I was saying, y'all was like the most consistent team to me in champion what the fuck in Champions League and in y'all league, so hey man, y'all was doing y'all thing, even having injuries and stuff like that. Y'all went on a little up and down roller coasters. I said it's a long season, man. So just weather the storm and yeah, y'all pulled up the and got that PL, man. I remember like a month and a half ago, you was like, nah, you was like, nah, I'm not gonna be happy if we win PL because we should win PL. We should have won PL. We should have been won it. But I'm like, nah, bruh. Y'all ain't win that joint in a minute, bruh. Watch when you lift that trophy, you gonna be happy. And lo and behold, bruh, winning the trophy, bruh, I don't give a damn. You gonna be happy. And y'all gonna get that double too, bruh. It's on the way, trust me, because everybody leaning heavily towards PSG too much, bruh. And they try to treat y'all like chopped liver. And I'm like, whoa, like they didn't they didn't get to that final for no reason. They didn't go undefeated in Champions League for no reason all the way up until the final. Like what if y'all pull up and do a undefeated champions? Well, I think we did that in 2024 now that
Yeah, a
I'm
few
thinking about
teams
it.
have done that. You guys did. I think Bayern in 2020, they went through the whole competition and won every game, but that was when they changed the format because of COVID. So the knockout
Yeah.
stage was only one round. So, oh yeah, there's
Oh,
been
okay.
teams that have won the Champions League without losing before, but still it'll be a great accomplishment to join those great teams, especially
Yeah,
since I don't
bro.
think we got the talent like y'all do.
And then y'all, I think this will be the first. When was the last time an English team won a double, the PL and CL?
Well,
Was it Liverpool?
nah,
Or not, Man
Pep
City?
and them, yeah, they
Man
won the
City?
treble
Yeah, 23,
23.
right?
Yeah, when we choked the league to them that first time under Arteta. But I gotta give you're right, Jamar. You saw the vision, and I think what, like you said, at when I was saying that, I did believe that like, yeah, when we win the league, cool, because it's like, hey, we should have won it already in 23 or 24. But I think it was even sweeter because these niggas actually choked in the title race. As y'all know, that's been the big theme for us. We're the bottlers. They had that City fan that he was holding a bottle that Arsenal, we the culture club, we the community club. This bum ass nigga said him and his son are thirsty. Arsenal gave him and his son some water so they could nourish themselves, and this brother kept the bottle for years for the propaganda. And then he popped up and his team choked. They're the bottlers. Like my man Miles Lewis Skelly said while holding a bottle of champagne.
Oh, that's that picture that y'all was putting in the chat with the
Yeah.
Arsenal bottle? Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. I thought somebody just made that shit up or
nah,
something.
yeah, my man, Miles Lewis Skelly say, hey, they called us bottlers. Now we holding the bottle at the end of the season. Hey, man, they had Martin Odegaard. My man was blasted in the club with the bottle in his mouth up. I was like, yeah, all these brothers are trolls, man. So that's what makes it even sweeter, Jamar, that because we were in a title race with this team and we were choking the lead and they were taking advantage of it. Now this year, it was like, oh, we don't want it. And then they was like, oh, I guess we'll take it. Never mind, we don't want it. And in the end, shout out my boy Junior Cropey. That goal banger, 1-1 against Bournemouth. Even shout out my boy Barry. The draw against Everton. That's why we won. They had a draw against Bournemouth and a draw against Everton. If you look at the schedule, I believe the last time Man City has lost in the Premier League was in January when Ephraim's Man United team beat them. So that's what makes this even sweeter is that, bro, these guys went on a crazy run. They only dropped, they only dropped 4 points. They whooped our ass in the Carabao Cup final. That's when I really lost hope. But hey, shout out to the team. We had a historic run defensively that people were like at the beginning of the season, are they going to break Chelsea's record for goals conceded? Then we started leaking goals. But at the end of the season, they started to tidy up again. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Hey, it's not sexy, but it'll work. And I think that is the hallmark of the team. Special teams football, like I was saying, I'll read the exact numbers. Shout out to Opta Joe. He said, and I quote, across England's top four tiers in 25-26, the side in each division who scored the most goals via set pieces went on to win the league. So that's Arsenal, Coventry City in the championship, Lincoln City in League One, and Bromley in League Two. So that seems to be the new meta. British football is now British again. But Ephraim, how does it feel to see Man City choke a league title to Arsenal from one enemy to another?
Uh, Interestingly enough, I don't have as much hate as probably like English Manchester United fans do with Arsenal. So seeing Arsenal win, actually, I don't feel as bad. I'm actually glad that Pep's not winning another one, a 7 out of 10 or 7 out of 11, whatever it would have been for him. So I'm glad that that didn't happen versus Arsenal winning one in 22 years. So I'm cool with that. Actually, I'm cool with that pace. But also let me point out that I didn't necessarily pick Arsenal to win the title this year until I think we readjusted at some point over the year. I switched it to Arsenal, but I also, Dan, you know I did this. Who's one of the people here that had your boys back almost all the time in the beginning of this when you was really like not really feeling it? It was me. Yeah, I saw it coming too. I saw it coming. I told you when I saw that documentary on Amazon and I saw how he was being able to handle the players, do things his way. The Cronkies didn't step on his toes. He had a pretty looked like he had a pretty good relationship with his sporting director at the time. So he got rid of trouble players, all that stuff. I was like, yeah, yeah, they sticking with him even if he didn't win the league. He bottled the league a couple times, and he still stuck with him. So I was like, yeah, that formula. They taking a formula here and they doing something with this. They really sticking by the manager. They trust his process even though he hasn't won yet. And watch, it's going to pay dividends, and it did. It did pay dividends, Dan. So congratulations for Arsenal winning the league this year. I will take pride though in being. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. You may know this better than I do. I think we're the only team this year to beat you at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and the
So I take pride in that.
yeah,
You know,
man, and the
but
funny thing about that is that
how
that
goals
loss
work.
is when I thought Arsenal could win the league. That's when I
Mhm.
was like, oh man,
Yeah.
if you could only beat us by scoring wonder goals, and
On the
that
goal.
don't happen often. I was like, maybe we are gonna win the league. And
I think
hey,
that's
shout out to my delusion because I it took a loss for me to finally believe in my team. Then when they started moving nasty, I was ready to jump off the ship. I thought it was all over because I thought, oh, we're about to bottle it again. But
mhm.
shout out to them. They showed the composure to stay strong and fight through it.
Yeah, and the football might have been ugly. It might have been whatever. At the end of the day, who here would not have taken that title this season, right? Like at the end of the day. So I don't care how you win. I don't care if the points were ugly. I don't care if it
Bruh,
was
I don't give a damn what's
right,
going on.
Jamal,
Give me
right?
the ring. I've been
Thank
telling
you.
that all year. All year they were saying,
Hey,
I don't like how Arsenal playing. Da, da, da.
come on,
Bruh,
bro.
fuck all of that, bruh. Get the ring.
Man,
That's what matters. We're not
look,
going to remember in 3 years from now Arsenal winning. Nah, we're going to remember 2026 Arsenal lift that PL trophy. That's what we're going to
Nah,
remember.
we're gonna
hey,
remember.
Jamal.
That's the thing. Like I said, I've learned to embrace the haram because
Mhm.
it shows the trend in all sports. Like I was saying, that sports in general has become too much about scoring and attacking and positionless and all this stuff. Now it's back to old school physicality. So I
Watching the
do
playoffs in
appreciate that
basketball.
aspect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
watching the playoffs in basketball. What are they doing right?
exactly. Look at
What they
Wemby.
doing
He's
right now?
having Kareem Hakeem Shaq games.
Man, it's
Getting
physical. It's tough.
yeah,
It's a lot of it's a lot of that needs to it's coming back to sports. I like what I'm seeing too. So
yeah. So
look, I'm with y'all. I'm with Jamar and PSG and the Champions League. As much as I would love y'all to lose and see PSG win, I really think y'all gonna give them a tougher time than people think. And I think this is gonna end up being like another wonder goal situation. If they end up winning, it's because they got those phenomenal players that can hit them goals like that, and not because they get in the box getting dirty with you. They're gonna have to hit something really, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think y'all gonna necessarily do the mistake of leaving the wings as wide open as I mean Bayern they fucked up. They was leaving them wings wide the fuck open, and that killed them. So well, at least in the first match. But hey, man, I think y'all got a chance. Congrats on the win in the league. We'll see how it goes next season. You know what I'm saying? Fuck y'all at the Champions League. I hope y'all lose, but I can see y'all pulling it out though for real.
yeah, man. And I think another thing that makes this title sweet, like I said, is that at first I was thinking it was going to come down to the last game of the season, but now the team can rest. They can get a breather because Mikel Arteta's been playing a lot of these guys all year, man, not really doing much rotation. Uh, and we need this rest. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw the footage, but Saka, Declan Rice, what's it called, Jurrian Timber. Those boys was outside all night, and that's what I think. That's another thing that makes this title sweeter. Like, if y'all don't know out here, this is the shirt Arsenal wore during the 1920 season, the 2019-2020 season, and this is symbolic because this is the season Arteta got hired. This is also the season Saka became a fixture in the team, and this is the season that that started the building blocks to becoming league champions. In Arteta's first season, we finished 8th place, but we won the FA Cup over Chelsea. Then we won the Community Shield. That now, because Pep is leaving, now it's a real trophy again. It's only a fake trophy when we win it, but now they're saying it's a real trophy again. So we beat Liverpool in that Community Shield, and I was thinking, oh man, it's about to be sweet out here. Maybe we can turn it around. But the next year we finished 8th. Then the year after that we finished 5th when we should have finished 4th, but we choked at the end. And we go from 5th place to nearly winning the league. We took a jump that maybe we weren't ready for, obviously, because we bottled the league, and a lot of that had to do with injuries too. Like Gabriel got hurt, and that boy Arteta started playing Rob Holding instead of KUR. And hey, we lost the league. Then the next year, we more attacking. We're not the same balance. And I think that's what made Arteta say, man, we about to be more of a defensive team. And it worked. That's the hallmark of the team. Saliba, Gabriel, David Raya, those three. I think we got, obviously, I'm biased. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I think we got the best center back pairing in the world right now. I think David Raya, he's had an outstanding season. I think he's led the league in clean sheets each of the last 2 or 3 seasons. We've had the best defense in the league in 3 of the last 4 seasons. So that's the hallmark of our team, defensive solidity, and then those set pieces. And like y'all mentioned, in the Champions League, we were unbeaten, and we have the best defense in the tournament. And
Hey, and when y'all played Bayern earlier this year, what did y'all hold them to? Yeah, they were
yeah, we
one of
beat
the
them
best scoring
3-1.
teams in the. Yep,
Shout
best
out
scoring
Noni
team.
Madueke. He balled in that game.
Go. So
So yeah, it's like I think that helped build confidence in the team too. Our Champions League campaign, because it was like, hey man, we not shit for real. We play this ugly way because England dictates this way. Everybody want to play with the low blocks, and hey, you got to find a way to take advantage of the limited plays you have, those special teams plays. But Marcus, you know what I'm going through. You've beaten Pep after losing to him in intense, iconic title races throughout the years where you niggas are getting 91 points or 92 points, even 97 points, and not winning the league. When you guys finally broke through and won the league, what was that feeling like?
Oh, well, first off, congratulations. You know how that red cartel
Salute.
be, you know. Um, y'all did 22, we did 30 years of suffering. Like I said, it's all respect. But ours was a little, so which one you saying with Jurgen? I say that one was a little bit, it had a little sour taste because of everybody on the outside want to say it had an asterisk because because of COVID, even
Oh
though
yeah.
we was the league low key was done in January, but hey, we ain't gonna say nothing. But when it finally happened, it just brought to fruition like all those years of suffering, bro. Especially like and the grind that Klopp had put in, because like I ain't gonna sit here and hate on y'all, but you gotta think when Jurgen did it, his net spend was only 100 mil. So it was a little bit he was scratching crumbs and shit and got the league. But at the end of the day, I feel like for y'all, it should be. Hey, look, I feel like it should hit just the same way it hit for Arteta. Because think about it, y'all took out Big Brother. Like that's really what I feel about when I look at it for Arsenal perspective. Is like everybody kept saying y'all bottling the league to City, y'all bottled the league to us last year or whatever. Y'all almost there. Y'all keep getting almost there, but you just never the bridesmaid. So like I think like when you finally can like look at folks and you can tell them, hey bro, you can shut the fuck up now. Like we got a Premier League, and I want you to do the same thing that I did when I went about that kit. Put that motherfucking badge on there. Put that
Oh yeah,
motherfucking
the
badge
the
on there.
champions jersey is already on the way. I got the emails
That
that it'll be here in a couple weeks. Yeah, it's loading.
is well deserved. Like that was to me, that was when I felt it. Shit, I'm not on the pitch with my niggas. I'm in the crib or at the bar rooting for my niggas. But when I put that kit on and I had that badge on me, I felt like I was holding the fucking Premier League trophy. Now, with Slot, I think that felt a little different because that was Jurgen team, bro. So it hit a little different. I was like, damn, I want my OG back up here to celebrate with us. But regardless, I feel like that shit was, I mean, it's special, bro. It's special. I was talking to one of my OGs, and he kind of made the comparison of the year that the Lakers knocked out took the Spurs out when everybody thought the Spurs was gonna beat the Lakers, and then the Lakers went out there and won game 1 and 2, and they took the pride from the Spurs, and then they went on to win that championship. I felt this. I felt kind of the same way in a sense because what is that? Pep. Usually when it come down to it, at the end, Pep teams go on a run. They go on that crazy undefeated run. This year, y'all did not allow them to go on that run because the year before. Well, I think it was like maybe 2 years ago. Y'all getting draws from fucking Wolves, Bournemouth, and low key. That was the reason you didn't win the league was because of I think it was like 2-3 draws. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yep, after we lost to City, or before we lost to City, we had three straight draws. Then we lost to City. Then they took control of the league after that. Yeah, that was the 23 season.
so like how you said you feel you fought off them demons. Honestly, like Arteta ain't got shit to worry about. He should be good in London for forever, bro. He should be on the same shit our African boys is when they win the African. You good in the hood. Can you double it up? Then that's when you get put on a different tier. I, and I ain't gonna lie, when you win that CL, Jamar, shit, y'all can speak on it. When you win that CL though, think about that, bro. You putting two badges on your shit there,
Arteta
bro.
dumbass
Yeah,
gonna get a
bruh.
statue if that happens.
Yeah,
That's
bruh.
you
You
know it.
need that double. That double feels a lot different having both of them trophies. I can tell you that.
So,
It is
so
true.
that's what I say, bro. I think it was an enjoyable thing to see. Like, yeah, I don't fuck with you, but it ain't that deep. I hate E Club more than y'all. I hate Pep more than y'all, low key. Shit, bro. It's too many Indians, Africans, regular blacks. Too many. Y'all is a multicultural fashion club. We said that when I went there for the visit. Y'all are the Y'all used to be the fashion club. Now you the fucking club with some more silverware.
We
You
still
don't
the
gotta talk
flyest
about
though.
investment. Yeah, y'all still are. But yeah, respect, bro.
Hey man, salute. But yeah, man, these celebrations around the world has been great to see. Of course, seeing all the people going to the Emirates after Man City drew. Hey man, it was epic. I saw basically all the Arsenal content creators that I watch, AFTV, Troops, Lee, Curtis, everybody, all the content creators were there. I seen rappers, celebrities all out there. Shout out Ian Wright, my man. My man Ian Wright was in the mix with Robbie of AFTV. Like he's not the club icon with his own statue outside the stadium, but that's the beauty of Arsenal. It's like I think that's what I'm saying. Like I never found a way to say it, but I think I finally have seen it now that, like I've said, Arsenal compared to Liverpool, Manchester United, Real Madrid, we're not a super club. We're a family club. We're a community club that's trying to reach the status of your clubs. And that's the ambition that started in 2006 when they moved out of Highbury into the Emirates. Like when I visited London for the first time, it was 2005. I saw Highbury. My cousin Joe, he's an Arsenal fan too. I know he's geeked. I got to hit him up. He showed me the Emirates and talked about like, yeah, Arsenal, our stadium, the Highbury, it's not big enough for those Champions League nights to maximize the commercial revenue, and that's why they're moving to the Emirates. And you see that 20 years later, they finally win the league after moving to the Emirates. Like you mentioned, Marcus, Arteta has been able to invest over $1 billion into this club because, as we all know, it's more expensive to compete now at this level when the transfer value of all these players have gone up. Like one of the biggest signings, you could argue maybe the biggest signing in this era of Arsenal was Declan Rice, and that brother was over 100 million. Remember, we talked about it like, hey man, I ain't spending no over 100 million for a player that isn't a certified goal scorer, but we needed that stability in midfield. We needed that balance, and he's been a crucial player for us. Like seeing how things have evolved and seeing like my dad, shout out my dad, he called me this morning to congratulate me. He knows I've been walking through hell with this club. He said, "Guy, I was lit with Arsenal fans." Shout out to Clay. He's still on vacation. He said the Arsenal community in Togo, they having a party, a big party this weekend. So it's like you see how it was a crazy in Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya, like because of what the club represented in those early 2000s when I became a fan, seeing people like Henri, Will Tord, seeing Kanu, Vieira, Lauren, Colo Torre, Sol Campbell, all these brothers, Ashley Cole, the snitch, the informant, even you, nigga. All these brothers, bro, that's what made black people around the world connect to Arsenal to this day. That's why it's even crazy that when you look at our team, like we have people that have been diehard fans of Arsenal, like Saliba. You find a picture of him as a little kid in Arsenal jersey. Mikel Moreno, Jurian Timber, even of course our academy products like Asaka, like Max Dowman, the youngest Premier League winner ever, youngest goal scorer in Premier League history. We don't win the league without that little homie's performance against Everton when he created the first goal and then scored the second goal to seal it. Miles Lewis Skelly, like a lot of this team are diehard fans, so you could tell like they weren't celebrating just because they were happy they won. They became champions, overcoming that boogie monster. Like these niggas are like, hey man, we really did it for our hood, bruh. We did it for our fan base. Like I saw Saka say, man, for 22 years, and he was like, light that up. He was the statue. He was like, light that up. He's like, for 22 years, y'all kept laughing at us. Now y'all can't laugh at us no more. I'm like, bro, yeah, he's a fan, bro. That's not a player saying that. Like he said, for 22 years, when Arsenal last won the league, bro, Saka was like 2, 3 years old. But when you grow up with this, it's different, bro. So that's what makes it fun. Like we all know, at the end of the day, sports is entertainment, but the community you can build with it, all the life lessons and things you can build through it, it makes it sweet, and it's kind of cool to see everybody celebrating. Like I ain't gonna lie, I cried when I said, "Hey man," I cried yesterday because I was like, "What the hell?" I didn't even think it would hit me that much. That wow, this is a team I've been watching since I was a little kid. Like I told y'all, I didn't become an Arsenal fan because they won trophies or anything like that. I thought they had cool jerseys. I like the Dreamcast logo on the jerseys. And I thought, hey, man, seeing all those black men balling, that shit was fly to me. Because growing up, seeing the German football, the Bundesliga, Serie A, I was like, hey, man, I don't see brothers in this league. And if they are, them brothers are either back of defense or back of the midfield. They're not the guys that get to create and dictate things. And as y'all know, representation matters. We're all black men, and we know how the world looks down on us. So for a club to realize, hey man, there's talent here, why not take advantage of it? Like we all know, sports unfortunately has been a big advocate for progress in race around the world. Like Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier before black people had civil rights in America. The Cleveland Browns had reason why the Cleveland Browns were nice in the 40s and 50s because they had the blackest team. The same thing with the Celtics. Red Auerbach was like, hey, man, y'all want to be racist? I'm going to get all these brothers. Bill Russell, Casey Jones, Sam Jones, pull up. And I think, hey, man, Saka winning this league for us, coming down the stretch, like, I think what's symbolic of it is we won the league with a set piece. Saka corner to Kai Havertz. The first game of the season, Ephraim, you'll remember, all the Man United fans were excited. They said, hey, man, we beat Arsenal. Even though they lost 1-0, the first goal was from a corner. So the symbolism of the season is, hey, man, we use that corner to win. And now corners around the world are flooded with this red and white. Hey, man, Jamar, I don't know. Yeah, you wasn't here when I sang it earlier. I'm going to drop it again. You know who we are. You know who we are. Champions of England. You know who we are. Ah, can't believe it, man. Hey, I got to salute everybody. This is crazy. I got to do a roll call, first of its kind, man. All the players guaranteed to win a Premier League medal. Shout out David Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Calafiori, Hincapié, Ben White, Mascara, my boy. My man has to play right back now because Ben White and Timber, out for the season. You've been doing a good job, young nigga. You've been value for money. You've been the signing of the season for real, for real. Zubamendi, Rice, Norgard. You should have played more, my nigga, but it's all good. Odegaard, Eze, my boy. Because City, they dropped points. They had a loss to Tottenham and a draw to Tottenham this year. We beat Tottenham, both our counters, thanks to you, Eze. You almost went to those dumbass niggas. You joined your boyhood team, the team that let you go as an academy product. You come back in your first season, you're a Premier League champion. That's Disney shit. Shout out Mourinho, Miles Lewis Skelly, Gabriel Jesus, Havertz, my little boy, the preschooler, Max Dowman, Saka, my boy, Trussard, shout out to your clutch moments, even though you've had a shaky ass season. Martinelli, Edu, value for money, that was your best signing, man. They found Martinelli in the fourth division of Brazil for £6 million. And he scored a lot of big goals for us, even against City, the draw earlier this year. We don't win it. That was Eze's assist, but Martinelli, that tank, that little toe poke, hey, beautiful banger. We needed that. Ethwin Nwaneri, my young nigga, I'm sorry you had to go on loan to go to Marseille, go to that hell, but you still getting a Premier League medal because you played enough games. So shout out to you. Shout out to Madueke. And of course, our star striker, Victor Gyökeres, didn't have a sexy season, but in the second half, when we needed goals, he stepped up and was clutch for us. I wanted someone else to be our striker. Remember, I was like, yeah, Sesko, he fits the profile. Of course, I wanted Isaac, but he ain't rock with us. He wanted to go to Liverpool, so I felt like, hey, Gyökeres is not the sexiest player, but he's the best finisher we could get. He was hungry to come to the team, even broke up with his girl. Now he back with her, salute. But now he a league champion in his first season. So, hey, man, shout out the whole team. Shout out Nicolas Jover, man. How many people's set piece coaches famous, man? Shout out Nicolas Jover, because we don't win the league without those set pieces, man. Couldn't believe how emotional I was when we won the league, but it's definitely a day I'll never forget. May 19th, 2026. It's a Tuesday. I was born on a Tuesday. It was meant to be, man. Oh, man, I can't believe it. And now, guys, Jamar, the boogie monster gone, man. Pep, we ran him out the league, man. I, and it's crazy because, like you mentioned, Jamar, your team knocked him out of the Champions League, and that was when a lot of people were questioning Real Madrid and the turmoil. You guys spanked them. They got their composure up. They whooped our ass in the Carabao Cup final. They won the FA Cup final on the weekend, and they were in a title race. So it's like even in a low season for Pep, he was in the hunt for 3 trophies, 1, 2, but it looks like he's leaving at the end of the season. Jamar, how will you remember Pep's Premier League era? Because like Ephraim said earlier, that nigga was running through the league. He had 6 titles in 10 years. It was almost about to be 7 and 11 until this year finally got stopped.
I can't really speak on what he's doing in the Premier League. Yeah, I watched that more than me, but
Yeah, but you heard how he was terrorizing us.
yeah, I kept saying he turned it into a farmers league and stuff. That was funny. But yeah, I mean, he did well in the league, man. He did dominate the PL for a while. To where I was just like basically conceding the league a lot of times, whether they had the lead or even if they was in second place or something. So I will say that I remember that he was dominant in the PL, especially based off what y'all would say and how y'all would react and everything like that. Which is pretty dope. But it's funny though how he's leaving now, and everybody thought that they was gonna come back. I was gonna bottle it, but he's leaving on the L, and at least in the at least he's leaving with the Carabao Cup, right? So he's leaving with something. Like Denzel said, I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
leaving with 2 more cups. He got the
yeah.
FA Cup over
Oh
Chelsea
yeah,
on
he
the
did get the
weekend.
FA Cup
Ha
too.
ha,
Yeah, yeah.
Cletus.
Yeah, I remember. I was watching that game too. I saw the. Yeah, I remember the goal. It was a 1-0 joint.
Yeah, that back
Um,
heel was nice by
yeah,
Semen.
yeah, that joint was nice, man. It was a nice pass by was it Holland who passed it? I think it
Yeah, I
was
think
Holland who
so.
passed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a nice back heel back heel goal. But yeah, I'm just gonna basically remember it through y'all because I just remember facing them in Champions League, and yeah, I think they only beat us. No, they beat us twice. I remember they beat us during that COVID season, but I barely remember that. And Varane was having going through a concussion from after he talked about it from hindsight. But yeah, man, I just remember him being dominant in the PL based off what y'all was saying. He did dominate, six PLs in 11 years. That's basically a PL every other year
Yeah,
if you count it.
including 4 in a row. He was the
Oh yeah,
first
4 in a
manager to
row.
win 4 in a row, the first manager to win the domestic treble, first manager to get 100 points in the league. He was murdering us.
Yeah, yeah, but now he's gone. He stepped away for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
King Vaughn
Oh.
dead, man. We killed him. I'm gonna take the credit for the propaganda, man. My man
Wow,
was
yeah,
leaving
you
his
taking
office.
that propaganda.
He was leaving his office last night with his books and his
Yeah.
graphs and charts. I said, "Hey, man, he trying to clean out his office in the middle of the night?"
I mean, to be fair though, I don't think y'all made him quit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Because
yeah,
he's been
yeah, yeah.
winning over there
Yeah,
for a minute. Yeah, but it is funny that y'all can feed that propaganda. Maybe he's like, oh damn, Arsenal. I mean, he lost to his son. Like how y'all used to always say it. Like Michael Arteta finally got one over his pops. It's like when your pops finally. It's like when you finally beat your pops 1-on-1 in basketball. It's like he don't want to play you no more.
yeah,
He's like,
man.
all
I'm
right,
out of
after
here.
yeah, yeah. So that's the kind of with the feeling that is given right now. He lost the league to Michael Arteta, so he's like, well, all right, Arteta, but this is Pep's mo, bro. Like I've been saying, like even though he's a great manager, one of the greatest ever. When the going gets tough, man, he usually bonks out and
Yeah,
gets
when the
low. So
charges get hot, I mean, hey, man,
yeah, yeah.
115.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
out of
yeah.
here, man.
Yeah. Maybe they about to finally charge them, but yeah, man, congrats to y'all for getting Arteta up out the league, man. Maybe
You mean
maybe
Pep? You mean Pep?
oh yeah. What I was gonna say is getting Pep out the league, and maybe Arteta can go on a little run now. You know what I'm saying? Because it isn't like what other team do y'all think y'all can compete with y'all realistically once outside of Man City now? I mean, because Marcus isn't really too sold on Liverpool. Man United still has some things to add on to them, especially since they're getting more games on the next slate. So we got to see if they can manage that. Chelsea, I don't think is going to be able to do it. I think Xavi Alonso is going to be on a project. He's on a real project over there. So what other teams? I might can go in a little spree on y'all own, man.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I think when you look at the landscape of the league, like you said, Xabi Alonso's at Chelsea now. He's definitely going to spend. He has control over transfers. They actually called him a manager and not a head coach, so he's definitely going to be a problem. And it's funny, he's one of Arteta's childhood friends. They're from the Basque region. They grew up together, and now they're about to compete against each other as rivals. So that'll be interesting. Shout out Ariola. He's another Arteta homie. The Basque region, they got a lot of managers. We don't win the league without you, Ariola, making City drop those points. But it'll be interesting to see where he goes to because he's a very good coach. But I think United, they're going to spend a lot of money. Chelsea's going to spend a lot of money this year. Liverpool will. And we'll see how things fall. But because Arsenal, we need to invest in this team. And Stan Kroenke, he will, because now he's won everything. All his teams have won their leagues. Arsenal was the last one to do it. We've seen the Rams win the Super Bowl, the Nuggets win the NBA title. Ephraim's out in the Denver area. He's seen the Avalanche win the Stanley Cup too, and he was at the Nuggets parade. So I think, hey, for shout out to Cronky Sports and Entertainment, KSC, because they on a great run. Like you said, Jamar, they believed in Arteta. They didn't give up on the vision. They saw, hey, this guy has a plan, and let him implement it and see where it goes. And in 6 seasons, he's a league champion. When he started, we were in eighth place. We were fighting to get in the Europa League. Now we're a consistent Champions League level team where we're going to play in the final next week. So Arteta has definitely changed the trajectory of the club. And I also saw that he's the first former player to win the Premier League. So that's pretty cool that he's the first former player of the league to win the league, and he did it with a club where he was our
That he played for.
yeah. Not only did he play for us, Jamar, he was our captain. He helped us. So Arsenal, like I said, it's a special club. Not saying no other clubs are special, because I think every club is special. Every fan base is special. But I think you can tell from the community, like I'm seeing all these former players dropping letters, just talking about how happy they are. Arsenal won. I've seen shout out Mohamed El Neni. I've seen Alexis Sanchez drop a joint. I've seen Bender. All the boys that we was going through the mud with, that we became the banter club with them. I seen everybody happy. I even seen Chesney. He had Barcelona now. He walked out for practice. He said, "Come on, you Gunners," because he used to be our goalkeeper. So it's like there's something special about the club that I think it's kind of, and like I said, at the end of the day, it is just entertainment. But for some reason, it feels like we're more than a club, and that like I said, I think it is that communal aspect, that familial aspect. That's why, like when you watch the video of Saka, Madueke, what's it called? Eze, all those guys outside 4 or 5 in the morning outside the Emirates, and they walking in the fans and they talking to the fans like the fans ain't rushing them, treating them like, oh, Saka, let me get a pic. They talking to them like they know them, like they friends, and then they're geeking. They take pictures with them, but it's like, rah, whoa, Saka, y'all out here? Because like, bruh, they moving like they fans like, yeah, we won the league. I can't believe it. I can't go to sleep. I'm not going home. Like, hey man, it's a special feeling because yeah, last night I didn't go to sleep either, man. I was up all
Hey,
night, geeked.
well, hey, Dan. Also, a lot of those guys. I mean, they've been fighting together for this, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's really special to them. So you can understand why, like, maybe having a little bit of extra umph to it, when it comes to winning that, the fans kind of the outside noise, I should say, maybe the outside noise about Arteta, should he be there for 6 years? 5 years at the time, I hadn't won it yet. Bottled the league a couple times. Is he the right man for the job? But like you said, they stuck by him. They stuck to a process, and it played out. But real quick, I'm gonna bring it back to Pep real fast. Yeah, thank goodness he's gone. Right, like we're all happy that he's out of the league. Who knows what he's gonna do? Um, I'll just say, like from a Manchester United point of view, yeah, it's really good to see him out of that part of Manchester, obviously, because I'm tired of hearing like people like Clay talking about, yeah, y'all ain't even in charge of Manchester, this, that, and the other. All right, we back, I think, as far as like being in control of Manchester. I ain't saying in the league. We'll see. We got a lot of work to do, but yeah, man, like he's obviously was a terror. Especially when he first got it together. As far as like having a solid team and breaking the record for like how many points in the season. Just transforming how like teams want to play and making teams play you a different way. And oh yeah, he's definitely like one of the best at being like a tactician and adjusting his teams and adjusting how players play, moving players around, making them play in different positions that they weren't playing before they got there. So like he's definitely one of the best to ever do it. No doubt. So yeah, kudos to him on doing his thing in Premier League, but happy he's gone, obviously.
yeah,
Um,
good riddance, nigga.
yeah, good riddance
Hey
to him for
man,
sure. And like I said, and I'm gonna start this off with saying, I'm gonna finish this off with saying like that 115 charges. I don't know what's gonna come of it, but it do seem a little funny that he's leaving when like a lot of like people are starting to talk about it again. So
it's
I
hot.
don't know. I'm not saying that's the case. Obviously, I don't want to start that, but it does seem a little interesting at the end of the day. So
Nah, man, Pep. Hey, one thing about him, I'll say he's very calculated because
oh
when you
yeah,
look at the
100%.
timing of when he left Barcelona, it was when they were in flux with their presidency and the board, and
Mhm.
his man Tichy already left to go to City. He was like, and Ephraim, he heard it. Remember, this is before they signed Neymar. He was like, hold on, y'all trying to sign Neymar with what money? Hold on, what? He was like, "Oh man,
Remember
I'm out of here, man. Y'all about to
some
do
shit he was
something
having.
dirty." Y'all remember
Yeah,
how
yeah.
controversial that Neymar transfer was, and how Santos eventually went to go sue Barcelona, and they had to go to court with FIFA, and they're like, "Where's this fee? Where's this fee?" Like, I think Pep was like, "Hey, man, Neymar
He don't
special,
want
but
no parts of
nigga,
that. Hey,
we don't got the money for that."
hey, Dan, and what I think didn't he? Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he say something along the lines of if he finds out that all this stuff is true, he'd be gone or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, he did say, "I'm
Like
out of
some,
here."
I'm paraphrasing
And
obviously,
he's a
but
man
yeah,
of integrity, man.
I look, he's spoken out about a lot of stuff, and
Yeah, he
I do
has
give him
this
credit.
year.
So I do give him credit for that. So, but yeah, man, like yeah, he's not going to be missed
Yeah, never.
for
Get
what
out of
has
here.
occurred.
I
So
think you're the
I'm happy.
greatest. Yeah, Pep, I think you're the greatest manager
But
ever.
hey,
But hey,
but hey, who Jamar, you talking about who's going to be a competitive against Arsenal? I would say, look, don't sleep on City still being competitive because they got a structure that they've had since what 2009, 08, 09 when the group bought them from when that group bought them, they've set up a structure that I think they're maintaining, and I think that City could still be. I'm not saying they're gonna win the league again. I'm not saying they're going to run. All I'm saying is because of the structure they've set up, and I will say this again, and I know people get tired of me saying it probably, but remember they won 2 titles before Pep got there. So, and with that same structure. So, and I'm not taking anything away from Pep Guardiola at all. Trust me, I'm not, because he transformed teams, Bayern and Barcelona. Obviously, you know how I feel about that Barcelona era when he was there. So, I definitely got a lot of respect for Pep. So, I'm not
yeah,
taking anything
man.
away from him. All I'm saying is that structure that they got set up, City might still be a player.
No,
Is
yeah,
all.
Enzo Mascara is the
He's
rumored
a
replacement. He knows the team already. He's one of Pep's former assistants. Won the Conference League and the Club World Cup with Chelsea, so he's not slight. The players know him already too, so they have a familiarity with him. Like that's what the Premier League is going to be. It's going to be Pep's assistants, just either Pep's assistants, former players, or Spaniards that were inspired by Pep. So hey, man, it's gonna be interesting. But we at the end of the show. Marcus took a break on that MLS minute so that I could have the runway. And I gotta say it one more time. Shout out my boy Saka. You're stamped. You're an Arsenal legend now. You are a guy that has been through it with everything. Never gave up, never complained, was always looked at as the joke in the media because of the Euro penalty miss. Uh, People even made fun of you for being humble, being a nice guy. I even said, hey, we don't have enough pricks in the team. We need pricks in the team. But at the end of the season, you showed up. That performance against Fulham, that goal and assist, the goal in the following match after that, in the Champions League semifinal. Then, like I said, you had the assist to help us win the league. I thought you was finished, man. I said, focus on your wedding, focus on your marriage. I thought you was done, but hey, man, you showed up for us. You're officially an Arsenal legend. Like I said, y'all know me. I don't have a jersey of any Arsenal player except Saka because he is my favorite Arsenal player. Even though Henry, Vieira, those guys made me an Arsenal fan, to see Saka's journey from the academy when they wasn't even talking about him like that. They're like, yeah, Joe Willock, the guy, Reese Nelson. Saka made his debut with us as a left back. Now he's one of the best wingers in the world. So shout out to you, Saka, real Arsenal legend. Been at the club for almost 20 years, and now you're a champion. So shout out to you. Shout out to like Gabriel's and Saliba, y'all Arsenal legends too. Y'all one of our best center back pairings ever, man. It's a lot of brothers that have stamped themselves in this club. Even Max Dowman, the preschooler, youngest Premier League champion ever, youngest goal scorer ever. You played a part in this. So shout out to everybody, man. It's time for our superlatives. You already know. Champagne move of the week for me, Arsenal winning the league. Marcus, what's your champagne move of the week?
I don't even know why this is a segment this week, man. But
Hey, if y'all want me to take it over, I'll hey, chill. Ephraim, should I just take it over? Jamar,
Hey,
what's up?
man, it's all about hey, look, it's all
Uh,
about champions, right? That's all we do, right?
hey,
Popping
man.
the
I got a
champagnes,
different.
right?
I got a different move though. I can't lie.
I do got
All
a
right,
different
go
move too,
ahead.
though.
Go
Honestly,
ahead.
yeah, I
Break
got to
it
say
down.
one too.
My champagne moves was gonna be. It's gonna be two. The first time in NBA history that we had two game one conference finals that went into OT, and then also that performance by Wemby in game one. Like that shit was crazy. And how he closed the joint out in the second OT, man.
Coming for you,
That
Wemby.
boy Wemby is a special guy, bro.
Hey, man, hey, look,
He was
eh,
dominating. Yeah, he's the real
nobody.
dominating, Dan. He's the true dominating.
Hey,
Hey,
but
hey,
he's a prick
Jamar,
too. I'm gonna get at him
Yeah,
later.
Jamar,
he's a real prick too.
hey,
He
Jamar,
dunked
nobody
on
should be that
Chet and was laughing and grabbing the
man.
ball talking shit. Yeah.
Hey, he was doing the poses at the bench too. Hey, look,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. He's
hey,
a real
hey,
prick.
my man's a villain. Hey,
And
look, hey, look.
he said, hey man, ain't nobody want to see Arsenal in that Champions League final.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
talking about
oh
PSG.
shit.
Yeah, you know he's
Oh
French
yeah, that's
though. He's
right. That's
French.
right. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
he's French. So
Ah.
you know
Yeah, I
he
don't want
said
to hear that,
PSG.
Jamar. He's
Yeah.
he's he's a Gen Z Frenchman because the millennials we know Arsenal is the team of France. You seen Mbappe in the Arsenal kit top to bottom as a child. If you're a Frenchman, Arsenal's supposed to be a club, but like I said, Mbappe's a millennial. He's of that era. Wemby, he's a Gen Z nigga. All he know is PSG corruption. So you want to talk about ethical basketball, but you support those corrupt boys that always finesse? Get out of here, Wemby. It's like, nah. That's my guy. I hope Wemby you win it all, man. But I hope we shut down your country next week with that Champions League title. But Ephraim, what was your champagne move?
I gotta give a shout out to my man Bruno Fernandez because he jumped up in the ranks of Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne and got his 20th assist.
Oh
So haven't been
yeah, I
for a
forgot
couple
about
weeks.
that. Yeah,
So I feel like I gotta mention that. So yeah,
yeah,
shout out
man.
to him. Fuck all the haters that want to say,
It's all
set
set
piece.
pieces. Yeah,
Nah, 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 nah.
even
Who
your Uncle
cares?
Roy Keane said
Hey,
it.
look, I was watching some highlights, and I'm like, when you get a ball like on somebody's foot or somebody's head, and they can score a goal off of it. Come on, man, a precise pass like that. Come on, bro. And
But
some of the
that's like I
crosses,
said,
some of
that's
the passes
football now.
from open play too. Man, he's a phenomenal passer. Is he a high rate, like a high in the top 90th percentile of passing and stuff? Probably not. At the same time, when he creates though, he can create. He's a really good passer. He's what I would consider world class. I don't know if you consider him that, Dan, or not, but I consider him a world class player. I get it.
He's good though. I haven't seen
You
him do
said nah
enough.
to Jamar.
I ain't seen him do
Okay.
that shit for Portugal. So hey, shout out to him though, because
Nah,
like
he good with me.
yeah,
I
he
mean,
is
but
nice.
yeah, but I mean, I got to see it more of a Portugal, because you got
Yeah,
to do all three levels and everything.
yeah.
Well,
No, I
that's a
don't.
tough one though. They got the players on Portugal, like the ones that play. All of them are phenomenal players. Obviously, like right, these guys are really good. So
Yeah,
it's
but
hard to like stand out
that
sometimes
base is
in
supposed
that
to give him
team.
the space to create, but that nigga don't be doing nothing with
He
them.
don't play the same way. Yeah, he don't play the same way. I know they didn't mean to go on a tangent with him right now.
Yeah,
He don't play the same way with them he do with Manchester
yeah,
United.
because he's a
So
regular
that's
nigga.
right.
So he don't have you don't have the juice around us superstars. With your little Man United team, you can pull the strings. But with Vitinha, Bernardo Silva, we don't need you doing none of that. But hey, shout out to him because he is a part of the trend. Like I said, this season will be remembered as the return of the set piece, and him getting all
He's part of
those
it.
set piece assists is a part of it. So
Yep.
same thing, like I said, at the all four levels of England, the winners of the league were the leaders in set piece goals. So it makes sense that the leader in assists in the Premier League, most of his assists are from set pieces. That's the trend of England right now. So
Yep.
salute to Bruno. And I've seen a lot of Sporting Lisbon fans saying, yeah, man, Bruno, you ain't bring us no league title. Gyökeres brought us two league titles. Then he went to Arsenal and brought them a league title. So shout out to Bruno for bringing that propaganda, making Gyökeres look good. So that's always nice. But my champagne goal of the week, you already know I got two of them. Kai Havertz goal against Burnley to give us our last home win of the season. And then I got to give it to Junior Gropey, my boy, for winning us that league, giving Bournemouth that 1-1 draw against City. I saw Arsenal fans kicking it with Junior Krupi after the game saying, thank you, bro, for winning us the league. He was like, yeah, no problem, because he's a proper Frenchman, Wemby. He still got love for Arsenal. Yeah, he want to sign with us, but hey, Marcus, you got a goal? Kai Havertz, right? You saw that header?
Yeah, y'all got it. I only hold on. I'll go back though. My champagne move of the week was Mo Salah blasting slot.
Yeah.
Okay, go out there as a villain, bro. We need more villains right there. But yeah, go ahead and get that shit to Kai, man. Did that shit the dirty way. Y'all didn't give a fuck. Y'all did it the dirty way. Y'all did it the way that I don't like.
Got it out the mud. You got to do it. Ephraim, what's your champagne goal?
I actually got two. That Enzo Fernandez goal against Tottenham, that was real nice. As much as I hate to give it to him, I got to give him that little props. And that one from Buendia today, from Aston Villa, Aston Villa, their second goal. That was a hell of a goal that he scored for their 3-0 win.
For
So
sure.
shout out to them as well.
Yeah. Jamar, what's your champagne goal?
Just go the only goal we scored, the Vinny joint. It was smooth. It was cool. That's really it. And y'all go too for solidifying that trophy.
For sure. And you already know I'm in the club with Arsenal and all the Arsenal fans around the world. According to reports, we about to generate the most revenue in one season by an English club potentially, especially if we win this Champions League. Hey, man, this little community club, we on the way to becoming a super club like you guys. And hey, we about to have money, man. Even more, we going up. Arsenal fans around the world, you know who we are. You know who we are. Champions of
Hey
England.
man,
You
hey,
know
they
who
warned
we
us
are.
about y'all, man. Hey, look, here you go. Here they go. Here you go. Hey, Jamar, you seen it, right? They don't warn us about these Arsenal fans, boy. They get one win, one title, and then here they go.
It's
Nah, I
over.
seen I
Nah,
seen
but
I
you
one
know
seen
what?
joint
the
where
United fans
somebody
outside
said,
the Emirates
I
yesterday.
gotta
Whoa,
ask
y'all
you a
wanted to see
question,
that.
Dan. Now I seen something online where I was like, let's calm down. There was some dude who was saying Arteta now is among one of the best managers in the PL and PL history because of this one trophy. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoa.
It's over.
Oh, they need to calm down with
Like
this shit. Yeah, they said
he's
that
not
shit
even the
about
best
Klopp.
man.
They
You
said this
think
shit
he's better
about.
than
Oh, come on,
Wenger?
bro.
Like, nah, bro, let's relax. He
He
got
better
need a
than
few more
Wenger?
trophies.
Nah, he's not better than Wenger,
Nah.
but he had to do something different. That's what makes him a legend in his own right, is because he had to build this team from, like I said, from the fringes of a European level team to becoming a champion. He had to do something different. It can't compare to what Wenger did or other people. It's kind of not to, like I said, not to compare, but it is kind of similar to what Alex Ferguson had to do. That he had
Agreed.
to tear down Man United, build it back up, but obviously it's a different era through the academy, mostly that class of '92, and then they became the dynasty that they did. But that's why, like I said, that's the only thing that's kind of similar. That when you look at that class of '92, these guys were Man United kids that were in the academy, loved the club, grew up, and helped the club become champions. And in that title drought they had, which was similar to Arsenal's story. So I'll give Arteta credit for that. I think he's an Arsenal legend in his own way, but in the Premier League overall, nah, you got to win more. But he is an Arsenal legend for helping change the fortunes of the club. So shout out to you, dumbass nigga. You know I don't really rate you, but I got to give you your props. You a champion. Who y'all in the club with? Marcus, you in the club with Salah and all the players that liked his post?
Yeah, that damn near the whole team except Virgil if we doing that. Um, but nah, I'm in the club with y'all, bro. I told you what I'm doing, bro. I got the ski mask on and the Henri Dreamcast jersey. Don't say nothing, just allow it. Just pass the drinks.
For sure. Ephraim, who are you in the club with?
Yeah, same man. Look, I ain't got no hate today. Not today. I give it to you. But yeah, how many titles is this for you guys?
14.
14. That's what's up. So yeah, man. Like, congrats to y'all. Y'all in the club. Next week I'm rooting against you though. So
Hey,
Wouldn't
Dan.
have it any other way.
Hey, Dan. Hold on. Did you add that referee that didn't get that red card to y'all in y'all club section?
Yeah, shout out everybody. Shout out the media that's been shitting on us all year. Shout out to PGMOL, the refs that gave us some breaks the last couple weeks of the season. All the haters can come to the function because we know y'all want to be down, man. Shout out to the referee that didn't give Kai Havertz that red card because he wanted to see greatness, man. Salute. Ephraim, we in that parade, man. Don't worry about it. Jamar, who you in the club with?
Yeah, bro, I'm being in the club with y'all. Y'all, niggas who lift trophies deserve to go to the club and pop bottles and celebrate, bruh. So I'm in the club with Arsenal right now. We'll see what happens in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference. That's the next time. Oh yeah, now Champions League 2 next weekend. So maybe y'all
Yeah.
can get the double club, double pull ups. You feel me?
Hey man, if we win the Champions League, I might go missing for the rest of the summer, man. I'll see y'all later. Be outside every day, all day on the block, man. But shout out to everyone tuning in. Champagne Soccer, best soccer podcast in the world. Arsenal are the Premier League champions for the first time in 22 years, and it ain't over yet. But before we disappear, what do we got to do, Marcus?
Hey, man. Until next time, keep them pinkies up, and we out.